So this is the method to calculate the deflection. In the previous classes, we have learnt about the method called double integration method. Here, the second method to calculate the deflection of the beam is called as Macaulay's method. So this Macaulay's method is nothing but double integration method itself, but the calculation of moment differs. In a double integration method, we used to get one moment equation. So we were calculating the moment equation. That moment we would substitute in the differential equation of the deflection. Okay, so here, for some multiple loading cases, we cannot arrive at one single moment equation. We will be having multiple moment equations at different points. So for example, in this diagram, you can observe that this is a simply supported beam and it is having 2 point loads. Okay, so the moment equation, what we can calculate is in this region, one moment equation will come. For this region, one moment equation will come. For this region, that is D to B, one moment equation will come. So we will have three different moment equations uh, according to the moment calculation. So in Macaulay's method, uh, there is one generalized equation which we can get and follow and substitute the same in the double integration method. So this method is also nothing but a double integration method, and the method is applied systematically for general loading cases in the beams. It is very useful method for the beams subjected to a set of concentrated loads and uniformly distributed loads over small lengths. The speciality of this method is in writing the expression for bending moment and retaining original forms in integration. So this method is we can call it as a Macaulay's method. So this Macaulay's method is nothing but a double integration method. How to calculate the moment equation is the specialty of this method, and also in the substitution of integration. So you can also do the direct integration, but we can follow some special steps to follow the integrations. So how and what it is and how to solve it and all we shall see. See, this is just one example to understand the Macaulay's method. Here we have a simply supported beam with 2 point loads. So one of the point load is at a distance of A from support A, and another point load is at a distance of B from support A. So let VA be the reaction at A, then the expression for bending moments are. So that means I will uh, I will take a section. So this section is at a distance of x from A. So this section is at a distance of x from A. Okay. As this section moves along the length in between A and C, the value of x varies. Okay, so this is first condition. So for portion AC, uh, if I calculate the moment at this section, I will get VA into X. So VA will be at a distance of X. So ಈ section ಅಲ್ಲಿ ತಗೊಂಡ್ರೆ VA ಎಷ್ಟು ದೂರದಲ್ಲಿದೆ X distance ಅಲ್ಲಿ. So VA is causing clockwise moment. So VA into X. That will be the moment equation for only portion A and C. A to C portion ಅಲ್ಲಿ moment equation ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ just VA into X. So next, for portion CD, this section crosses C and it will be in this region. So when the section is in this region, uh, what is the moment equation we have to consider? So I will stand here and calculate the moment. So VA is at a distance of x and P1 is at a distance of x minus a. So this will be the distance x. So this will be the distance x now. So if I take x minus a, I will get the remaining distance of where P1 will be acting from this section. So that is what we have done here. So this is VA into x minus P1 into x minus a. So this is the moment equation for portion CD. Similarly, we shall move further and this section comes in this portion, that is in portion D and B. When this portion is in D and B, I have to calculate the moment from this section. So in this section you can observe that VA is at a distance of what, x. So always x is the distance from A to this section. So this x is varying, okay? X value is varying. Now x is this one. This is discarded, okay? So this is the x distance we have. And VA into x. P1 is at a distance of, again, x minus A. P2 is at a distance of, see here. From here to it is B. From here to here it is x. So x minus B if we do, this is the distance of P2. So VA into x minus P1 into x minus a, this remains common, and then minus P2 into x minus b, because this point load is causing anti-clockwise rotation with respect to this section. ಈ ಸೆಕ್ಷನ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಹೋಲ್ಡ್ ಮಾಡಿ ನಾನು ಇದ್ರ ಪುಲ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಇದೇನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ಆಂಟಿ ಕ್ಲಾಕ್ ವೈಸ್ ರೊಟೇಟ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ಆಂಟಿ ಕ್ಲಾಕ್ ವೈಸ್ ರೊಟೇಷನ್ ಸಿಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ. ಓಕೆ, so that is how we have to calculate the moment equation. So this is the final moment equation what we have obtained. So this is the maximum possible parameters what we can get from this beam. Okay. So in general we can write the equation as the equation obtained by considering portion dp. So this is the general equation. So mx is equal to va into x minus p1 into x minus a minus p2 into x minus b. So here if we keep this equation as common, the term in the brackets, if the term in the bracket, that is x minus a or x minus b, if the term in the bracket becomes 0, becomes negative, then you have to discard that portion. So suppose if x minus b is negative, then don't consider this portion. Okay, if x minus a is negative, then don't consider this and this portion, only consider va into x. So that is the condition you have to follow. So this is the general equation. In the general equation you have to substitute x minus a and x minus b separately. If the value of x minus b or x minus b, either of them is negative, then you have to uh, uh, negate or ignore that part. Okay. uh, So, writing the differential equation of the deflection, which is ei d square y by dx square is equal to mx. So, in place of mx, you write the general equation, which is vax minus p1 into x minus a minus p2 into x minus b. So from here we will perform the double integration method, right? So while doing the double integration, there are few points you should keep in mind. So one of the point is the constant of the integration is written first. Okay, so you can observe here. Next, integration of x minus a is written as x minus a whole square by 2 instead of x square by 2 minus ax. So both integrations are correct. The only difference is constant of integration is different, which is uh, still so okay, constant of integration is different. Okay, But by writing in the form of x minus a whole square by 2, we still remain the warning message. That means x minus a is equal to, if it is negative, we shall discard that portion anta. So x minus a portion ಏನಾದ್ರು ಪಾಸಿಟಿವ್ ಇದ್ರೆ ಅದು ಕನ್ಸಿಡರ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ತೀವಿ. x minus a portion ನೆಗೆಟಿವ್ ಬಂದರೆ ಆ ಪೋರ್ಷನ್ನ ಡಿಸ್ಕಾರ್ಡ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ. ಓಕೆ, so your integration will become, so x minus a whole square by 2 x minus b whole square by 2 once the integration ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ, so integrated once. So this is the equation what you will get after integrating once. Next you have to integrate it again. So if you integrate it again, you will get y is equal to, again you will write the what you call the constant at the beginning itself, and then c1 into x, so x square will become, x square by 2 will become x cube by 6. Next p1 into x minus a is retained again, so x minus a whole square by 2 was there, so now x minus a whole cube divided by 3, so 3 is multiplied by 2, it becomes 6, so x minus a whole cube by 6 and p into x minus b whole cube by 6. So this x minus a and x minus b remains constant. Even here, if the value of x minus a and f minus b becomes negative, then you will discard that portion. Again, note the method of writing the constant of integration. Okay. So the constant C1 and C2 are to be found from the boundary condition. So we have, if the value of x is 0, your deflection will be 0, and at x is equal to L, the deflection will be 0. So from equation 4 and 5, we can observe that in equation 4 and what you call 5. For x is equal to 0, the quantities within the bracket in last two terms are negative, and we know they are not applicable for this point which is in portion AC. So from equation 4 and 6, we can write it as y is equal to 0, and it will be when x is equal to L, it will be L minus A and it is L minus B. Okay. C1 into L plus VA into L cube by 6 same ಇದೆ minus P1 x ಜಾಗದಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಾಯಿತು x is equal to L ಆಯಿತು. Next again x ಜಾಗದಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಾಯಿತು L ಬಂತು. So this is the equation. So substitute this equation for what? C1. Hence C2 can be found. So once C1 and C2 are known, slope and deflection at any point can be found using expression 3 and 4. So the method is can be understood by a few example numerical problems. Okay. So we shall consider few numerical problems here. So this is one example problem. So simply supported beam of span L is subjected to equal loads, that is WL by 2 at each of 1/3 span point. Find the expression for deflection under the load and at midpoint span. ಸೊ ಇಲ್ಲೇನು ಮಾಡಬೇಕಂದ್ರೆ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಮೊಮೆಂಟ್ ಈಕ್ವೇಷನ್ ಕ್ಯಾಲ್ಕುಲೇಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೋಬೇಕು. ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಏನು ಮಾಡಬೇಕು, ಯು ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟು ಕನ್ಸಿಡರ್ ದಿ ಸೆಕ್ಷನ್ ಇನ್ ಬಿಟ್ವೀನ್ ಎ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಸಿ. ಸೊ ಇದನ್ನು ಸಿ ಮತ್ತು ಡಿ ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀನಿ ನಾನು. ಓಕೆ, if the section is in between A and C, you have to calculate the moment equation. Then when the section is in between C and D, you have to calculate the moment equation. And the section which is in between D and B, you have to calculate the equation, and you have to get the generalized equation. After getting the generalized equation, substitute that mx value in differential equation of deflection. So that is what it is shown here. VA is equal to W by 2, so that is the reaction. Mx is coming out as W into x by 2 minus W by 2 into x minus L by 3 minus W by 2 into x minus 2L by 3. Here also x minus A and x minus B form is retained like this. Okay. So in place of A it is L by 3, in place of B it is 2L by 3. Okay. So now put it in a differential equation of deflection. Next, after putting it in the equation, integrate it once. Again, you write the constant at the beginning and then keep x minus L by 3 as constant. ಅಂದರೆ ಅದೇ ಒನ್ ಟರ್ಮ್ ಥರ ಇಟ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. ಸೊ ಎಕ್ಸ್ ಇದ್ದರೆ ಎಕ್ಸ್ ಸ್ಕ್ವೇರ್ ಬೈ ಟು ಮಾಡ್ತಿದ್ರಿ ಅಲ್ವಾ. ಸೊ ಎಕ್ಸ್ ಮೈನಸ್ ಎಲ್ ಬೈ ತ್ರೀ ಇದೆ. ಸೊ ಅದನ್ನೇನು ಮಾಡಿ ಎಕ್ಸ್ ಮೈನಸ್ ಎಲ್ ಬೈ ತ್ರೀ ಹೋಲ್ ಸ್ಕ್ವೇರ್ ಬೈ ಟು ಮಾಡಿ ಅಷ್ಟೇ. So again similarly x minus 2l by 3 whole square by 2 ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಾ. So 2 into 2 4 ಆಗುತ್ತೆ, divide by 4 ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. Again integrate it once again, we'll get c2 plus c1x wx cube by 12 minus w by 12 into x minus l by 3 whole cube minus w by 12 x minus l 2l by 3 whole cube. So after integrating x minus l by 3 whole square, you will get x by minus l by 3 whole cube divided by 3. So that 3 is getting multiplied with again 4, so it is becoming 12. Okay. So now apply the boundary condition. When x is equal to 0, y is equal to 0. So we get c2 is equal to 0. At x is equal to L, y is equal to 0. So put x is equal to L, you will get the equation C1, which is minus WL square by 18. So EI into y is equal to minus WL square by 18x plus W by 12. So substitute it clearly for C1 and C2. C1 ಮತ್ತು C2 valuesನ substitute ಮಾಡಿ and taking W by 12 as common. So at midspan x is equal to L by 2, leaving irrelevant term x minus 2L by 3. So ನನ್ನ ಮೊಮೆಂಟ್ ಎಲ್ಲಿಗೆ ಬೇಕು, ಮಿಡ್ ಸ್ಪ್ಯಾನಿಗೆ ಬೇಕು. ಸೊ ಮಿಡ್ ಸ್ಪ್ಯಾನಿಗೆ ಬೇಕಂದರೆ ನನ್ನ ಈಕ್ವೇಷನ್ ಏನಾಗಿರಬೇಕು, ಪೋರ್ಷನ್ ಸಿ ಮತ್ತು ಡಿ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಕನ್ಸಿಡರ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡಾಗ ಬರುತ್ತಲ್ಲ ಈಕ್ವೇಷನ್, ಅದು ಮಾತ್ರ ಕನ್ಸಿಡರ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೋಬೇಕು. ಡಿ ಬಿ ಪೋರ್ಷನ್ ಡಿಸ್ಕಾರ್ಡ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಂದ್ರೆ ಯಾವ ಪೋರ್ಷನ್ ಡಿಸ್ಕಾರ್ಡ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಇವಾಗ, ವೆನ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ ಇಸ್ ಈಕ್ವಲ್ ಟು ಎಲ್ ಬೈ ಟು ಅಂದರೆ ಈ ಪೋರ್ಷನ್ನ ಡಿಸ್ಕಾರ್ಡ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ಸೊ ಎಕ್ಸ್ ಈಕ್ವಲ್ ಟು ಎಲ್ ಬೈ ಟು ಮೈನಸ್ 2L by 3 ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಮೈನಸ್ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ಅವಾಗ ಈ ಬ್ರ್ಯಾಕೆಟ್ ಒಳಗಡೆ ಇರೋ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ ಮೈನಸ್ ಬಂದರೆ ಅದನ್ನು ಡಿಸ್ಕಾರ್ಡ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಅಂತಲೂ ಗೊತ್ತಿರಬೇಕು. ಸೊ ಆ ಥರ ಲಾಜಿಕಲ್ ಆಗಿ ಮತ್ತು ಫಾರ್ಮುಲೇಷನ್ ಇಕ್ವೇಷನ್ ಪ್ರಕಾರನೂ ಅರ್ಥ ಮಾಡ್ಕೋಬೋದು. ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್, so after substituting x is equal to L by 2, you will get y is equal to minus 23 by 1296 EI into WL cube ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಓಕೆ, ವೆನ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ ಇಸ್ ಈಕ್ವಲ್ ಟು ಎಲ್ ಬೈ 3 ಅಟ್ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ ಲೋಡ್ಸ್, ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ ಎಲ್ಲಿದೆ ಎಲ್ ಬೈ 3 ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ಎಕ್ಸ್ ಇಸ್ ಈಕ್ವಲ್ ಟು ಎಲ್ ಬೈ 3 ಅಂತ ಸಬ್ಸ್ಟಿಟ್ಯೂಟ್ ಮಾಡಿ, ಯು ವಿಲ್ ಗೆಟ್ ಮೈನಸ್ 5WL cube by 324 EI ಆಗುತ್ತೆ y. So thus downward displacement at midspan is 23 by 1296 WL cube by EI, and under point load, that is 1/3 point, is 5 by 324 WL cube by EI ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. So this is the deflection equation. So this is the method of, this is how we have to solve for deflection using Maclaurin's method. Okay. So this is how. So hope you are understanding. So that's all for today. We will be continuing in next class. Attend the classes regularly.